The single reason that you're losing with your altcoins is not because you're buying or holding them. In this video, we'll discuss why most people are going to be losing with their altcoins as the markets are becoming way more complex. And it's certain that the markets haven't been the best for altcoins in 2025 as of yet. The same goes for 2024 and the same goes for 2023. We had a minimal altcoin season back in March of 2024 that got ended by the fact that Iran was shooting missiles to Israel. I remember that during token, but again, we are in the same story, but the altcoins have been continuously printing new lows, and the results are astonishing in the fact that since recent months, we are finally getting into a better shape, but everybody is still stuck in the bear market PTSD. I've recorded a new episode with Bitcoin OG Vidi Wu. He's also an on-chain analyst, you might know him, and he basically provided a document which is called Altcoin Factor. And in that document, they analyzed on the on-chain data that we're currently in a market state that is called Ethereum, which I like the statement as it's very true because it tells us that the markets aren't entirely Bitcoin focused. As a matter of fact, it's shifting towards Ethereum, but the first stage of that shift is probably unnoticed as everybody's still stuck in the fact that the markets are bad. And the first signs of that is that we're currently seeing that the returns of Ethereum are better. And if we want to have an alt season that we all are craving for, where we want to get out of our positions at break even or perhaps even make money, then we need Ethereum to do better, and then we need Ethereum to show strength. And the reason for the fact that we're seeing an Ethereum shift or an Ethereum market is that the macroeconomic tables are shifting as the dollar becomes weaker and the business cycle starts to go up. And as a result of that, we have seen that we have had the first leg upwards, where Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin by 40%, which is massive as a return. Now, on top of that, we see other altcoins actually underperforming as they are completely getting crushed and they are making new lows. For instance, one of my portfolio companies is Optimism, which has fallen from $2 to 65 and even 55 cents in a matter of 5 to 6 months. And smaller altcoins are even falling more. The reason for this is that at this stage, there's not much confidence in the markets. And the higher Ethereum goes, the more you will see that people start to become confident about the entire markets. And then you'll see money rotate from Bitcoin towards Ethereum, towards smaller caps. And that's when the massive volatility and upside starts to kick in. And we do see that Ethereum is actually stabilizing, even in these market circumstances where there's a lot of uncertainty in the Middle East taking place, where Bitcoin is correcting or chopping around a little bit. Ethereum versus Bitcoin is just flat or even up a little, which is a strong sign of what is yet to come. However, the markets are completely different. If we rewind 4 years ago, then during that period, right now, exactly 4 years back, we had the first massive crash after the all-time high of Bitcoin at $65,000. And we've had almost all of our returns already locked in during this period as we had a big altcoin run. However, the markets became more mature and have completely changed compared to previous cycles. And as a matter of reference, 2021 was also completely different than 2017. And the reason for that is that it's macro driven. And this chart by TechDev is basically showing where we are at this point. We are at the business cycle low, which is the actual cycle low. Therefore, we are at the altcoin valuation against Bitcoin low, which is comparable to end of 2019, where we're currently at. And that's the reason that the altcoins are still not moving. However, most traders are going to be sidelined until the markets are going to move. And there's a big group of traders that's going to continue making trades because of the existence of the 4-year cycles. And are going to trade based on time rather than portfolio, which means that they will be selling too early and will also be sidelined. I wouldn't be surprised if that is going to be the case, that we are going to be running into an upward trending market in Q4, have a pretty rough sell-off as the 4-year cycle people are going to be selling. And then we have another run going into 2027, 2028, where Bitcoin is going to go above 500K and the altcoins are going to do great. So in that case, I think the primary reason that most of you or altcoin holders in general will be losing money with altcoins is that you're stuck by using frameworks which are old and are not relevant anymore, which won't exist. And the reason for that is that most traders at this point expect us to be in a bear market. Well, actually, we are at the start of the bull cycle as the bear market is about to be ended for all altcoins versus Bitcoin pairs. So the ultimate goal is to stay patient and to have new frameworks and to make a portfolio and trade it based on your portfolio returns rather than time returns. During these markets, I'm always looking for opportunities to build my portfolio, and OKX is bringing you an opportunity. They are the first fully licensed exchange in Europe with the lowest fees. And to help you a little bit with your portfolio and to celebrate this milestone, they are giving away up to 50 euros in Bitcoin if you sign up today on the exchange. Signing up can be done within 5 minutes, and if you deposit 100 euros worth of crypto, you'll receive the first 20 euros in Bitcoin. Start rebuilding your portfolio today. Go to the link in the description or scan the QR code and enjoy up to 50 euro in Bitcoin.